Hey guys, how you doing? It is 10/10/10, October 10th, 2010, and we had one of our friends have their daughter had a birthday today, and I think she wrote on there saying on her Facebook that there's only 12 birthdays in a century that have a birthday on 10/10/10, and she's 10 years old. Okay, that's what makes it unique. Anyway, guys, I ran into an article. I was skipping through some articles, and I tripped on this one, and I stubbed my toe, so I had to stop and check it out. Okay? The title of this is Genetically Modified Soy Linked to Sterility and Infant Mortality. And this may be old news to you guys, and I've heard this, several times. It keeps coming up. The bad things related to genetically modified organisms. And this thing about the salmon, I don't know whether that passed through Congress or the FDA approved that or not. I'm thinking they did. But the genetically modified salmon will grow to full weight and size in half the amount of time as the regular salmon. As the natural salmon, okay? We shouldn't even be talking about genetically modified organisms for food. It's crazy. But that's the world we live in. This study was, and I'll link this article. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll just do a quick vid on this. This study was just routine, said Russian biologist Alex V. Surov, in what could end up as the understatement of this century. Surov and his colleagues set out to discover if Monsanto, ding, 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 ring a bell? Monsanto's genetically modified soy grown on 91% of U.S. soybean fields leads to problems in growth or reproduction. What he discovered may uproot a multi-billion-dollar industry, and I don't agree with that because it's too powerful. There's too many lobbyists. There's too much money behind Monsanto and what they do. That's like taking down the mafia. It won't happen. After feeding hamsters for 2 years over 3 generations, those on the GM diet, and especially the group on the maximum genetically modified soy diet, showed devastating results. By the 3rd generation, most GM soy-fed hamsters lost the ability to have babies. They're basically sterile. Okay? And I know some of you may be thinking right now, your wheels are turning, okay, making the connection. Monsanto, sterility, eugenics, Agenda 21, connect the dots, okay? That's what I did. It's just automatic. They also suffered slower growth and a high mortality rate among the pups, okay? You have sterility and a high mortality rate, okay? And if you're interested in reducing population, apparently genetically modified soybeans, which you guys look it up. Look how many products contain soy, or a derivative of soy. And if this isn't shocking enough, some of the 3rd generation even had hair growing inside their mouths. Okay? This is crazy stuff, guys. I just got a phone call from my wifey poo. And so, hang on just a second. I wasn't quite done with this one. Hello. Hey. Okay. We'll see you in a few minutes. Love you. Bye. As if this isn't shocking enough, a 3rd generation grew hair in their mouth, a phenomenon rarely seen, but apparently more prevalent among hamsters eating GM soy. Okay? Nuts, guys. I mean, make the connections. You have eugenicist Bill Gates, which is hugely funding things overseas and here, dealing with eugenics, in my opinion, vaccinations, things like that. And with Monsanto owning 91% of the crops, the soybean crops in the United States that are grown on the soil here, pretty good chance, okay, that this is a connection with depopulation, in my humble opinion. And also, there's crazy things with the legislation about about not being able to say that a product doesn't contain GMO on their labeling. I heard about legislation, and if I find some, I will link the legislation if that is true. But there's no reason for that. I mean, if people want to list on their product non-GMO, they should be able to do that. I mean, there's no reason that they shouldn't, unless you have an agenda. Okay, and I'm a conspiracy nut, so I think they have an agenda because there's no reason for that. And with the salmon, you know, that's another issue. The tweaking with the genes of the salmon, you can grow a salmon to full length and weight in half the time that it takes. But it messes with their genes. It messes with the way the fish is made up. And this is a first for the FDA about being able to or struggling with the issue of approving something that is normally food, but is it really? And so they're battling this. And I don't know if they've approved genetically modified salmon. Oh, only in the 21st century, okay? Or not. I don't know if they've approved that. I'm thinking it'll probably end up going that way, the way everything's going now. But anyway, guys, just thought you guys, and I'll link the article. You can read the rest of it. Do your research, guys. Don't just eat anything that crawls across your plate, okay? Find out what you're eating, and actually, the best thing to do is get some heirloom seeds. Eat as much as you can as grown. Okay, don't eat anything that had a mother or a face, and you'll be all right. Anyway, take care, God, and God bless, guys.